How are you?
I'm good, how are you? I think the budget is going to help a lot of Canadians for a number of different reasons. First, grocery support. We're putting in place measures to help people with one of the things that we've seen price increase, most important, which is groceries. So that's one of the things we're doing. The other thing we're doing is dental care. Like the quality of your smile shouldn't depend on how much money you have in your bank account. And already we've helped 250,000 kids have access to dental care in Canada. It's funny you would ask that. I was talking to some ex-colleague in the environmental movement, and one of them reminded us how, just a few years ago, we felt we would be very bold as environmentalists when we asked for $100 million for some measures, or $200 million for some measures. We announced $80 billion over 10 years yesterday. It is the largest single investment in clean technologies, in fighting climate change, in electrification in the history of Canada. And that brings the total of everything we're doing in the fight against climate change and the clean economy to about $200 billion, which is about half what the US is doing, a country that is 10 times bigger than we are. So Canada's really punching above its weight. I could talk about $780 million for water, for fresh water, to protect fresh water across the country. So these are some of the features that were in the budget yesterday. It's an interesting question because you're right. I mean, until recently, many in the business communities were saying, "Oh my goodness, you can't get too far ahead of the United States on these things. They're our major trading partner." And then President Biden came up with the Inflation Reduction Act. We call it IRA, which means that the U.S. is going to invest $370 billion over the coming years. And all of a sudden, those same business people were saying, "Oh my God, we can't be too far behind the Americans when it comes to investment in clean technologies." The reality is that, in Canada, we've been working at this for the last 7.5 years. We didn't wait until this year. And it's great, and it's amazing for all of us that the Americans are catching up, but that's what they're doing. They're catching up. We've been at it for a long time, and as I was saying, we're investing about half of what they're investing, and yet they're 10 times bigger than we are. So we are really punching above our weight in Canada when it comes to investment in clean technologies, in fighting climate change, investing in fresh water, investing in electrification, in public transit. And I'm pleased, deeply pleased that the U.S. is coming on board, and we will work closely with them to ensure that it's beneficial for Canadians, for Americans, and for people all around the world, really. It's day and night. Our approach to, in 2023, if you want to have a good business plan, it has to be a good environmental and a good climate change plan, which also means it's going to be a good plan for security. And unfortunately, Pierre Poilievre has nothing of this. He has no plan to fight climate change. He has no plan to invest in clean technologies, in greening of our economic sectors across the country. He certainly has no plan to protect the environment, to protect the water we drink, the air we breathe. It is day and night. The contrast couldn't be starker between our approach to growing the economy, to making sure we have good paying jobs while protecting our environment, and Pierre Poilievre, who doesn't care about these things.